we're waiting on the skipper. It's due here today, but I haven't heard anything from him, so maybe it won't come today, or maybe not this evening. But anyway, we have our rubbish we can get through out to where it's being loaded throughout for the minute. We'll put that in it and see how full it is, and then we'll decide. No point filling the bale yard out there with rubbish and not being able to fit it in the skip. So we've come into the shed here now, and we're getting it ready for power washing next. You'll remember in a video a little while ago I was scraping the bottom passageway down there because we were going to get a new scraper put in, but we haven't heard anything back on that new scraper. So there's an old scraper for the front of the digger here, and we're going to pull it out of the ditch and we're going to scrape the bottom yard, and then we'll take up all the old rails and old brackets that are down there as well. And what we'll start doing then is these two in here are working perfectly, so they'll be back to normal, and we'll scrape the big bottom passageway down with the digger. And if the price is too much, when he comes back with a new scraper, rail and brackets for the bottom, we'll scrape it with the digger for this winter. But for today now, we're scraping this all out. We've scraped the shed every now and again. You can see it's dirty there every now and again at the minute because it's awkward. There was no way of scraping the bottom yard there. But we'll have it set up today now that it's scraping out fully, and the bottom can be scraped, and then it'll be ready for power washing. We want the heads of the cubicle beds there, lots of dirt there, so we want to get in there with a sweeping brush and a shovel and shovel it all out into the passageway here. Because when you're power washing that, it just ends up turning into slop and blowing back up in your face. So the more scraping you can do while it's dry before you go power washing, always the better. Lovely. Just trying to take these scrapers up here. I'll show you. So the design flaw with I told you the last day. I'll show you now when they're all up. I'll show you the brackets on top of them, but they're completely stuck to the brackets on the ground. So we can't. We're taking them apart there, but we can't slide them apart by hand. So we have to shove them with the back axle digger. It's unreal how tight they are. Look at that. Now that's the only hope we have. Just try and break them loose like that with the back actor, and then shove them. What a mess of a job as well. Now we have them out. What an awful job. But we get a good look now at why they're such a bad job, these older brackets from Dairy Power. Here we have a bracket that sits on the floor, and like I was saying in a video a few weeks ago, the bracket is T-shaped. Okay, see it there? So that boss is the concrete, and that's what keeps the Allmax scraper rail straight as it slides up and down. So it's T-shaped, and it runs in this channel. So this is underneath the scraper rail now. It runs in this channel, so the T catches this side and catches this side and goes up and down. But what happens is, when an outside passageway, the rainwater washes the liquid part of the dung away and leaves all the solids behind. And the best way I could describe it the last day was, this thing turns into a square baler. So the solids stay, and as it's pushing up and down, the T stays here and the rail slides up and down, but it keeps a little bit of solids builds up, and then a bit more and a bit more and a bit more until it's wedged like that there. The whole thing is blocked up with fibre from the cow's dung, and for a finish then there's no more room to pack any more stuff, and the rail then can't slide up and down its full length, and then it ends up not slide up and down its full length, which means the dog ends up missing the notches on the Allmax scraper part, and next thing the rail will be just going up and down the shed and the scraper sitting in the one place, missing it. And that's what happens. They're really not a good job. The new brackets and the new rails are a completely different design. They're hooked like that on one side and a hook on the other, and they don't have the full length of the rail folded like this. They only have where the bracket is, so the solids are able to fall out and get away. They're self-cleaning pretty much. So these are a really bad job. Two of them in there inside the shed where it's inside and you don't get much rain, perfect, no problem at all. Out here where it's open, a disaster. So I think we're going to have to go. We're thinking about maybe scraping this with the digger for this winter and doing without, but he got back to us with the price today, but sure, it's as expensive as you'd expect. The ram and box is perfect up there, so it's just a set of brackets down along the floor and new rail, but you're talking to go to 3 grand there for they're close enough. Very expensive. Anyway, with the 2 sheds working again and this rail gone up here out of the way, we'll be able to keep this, scrape this now every day again, thank God, because it was gone out of hand here altogether. And if we decide to spend the money and put in the new rail and brackets, then he'll be able to come wherever day suits him before the winter and just get it done. Like. Now to get this skip filled up.
I've already been at and you haven't.
I've been sleeping, sure have I?
Yeah, always.
In the bed doing nothing. We want to go get the digger here because I'm going to put it in a little bit at a time because it's bulky stuff, half-ton bags and silage wrap, that sort of thing. So we'll put it in a couple of scoops with the grab of the tractor at a time, and then the back actor on the digger then and press it down. Put in another layer and press it down. It's the only hope I have of fitting the most we can into it. So we'll see how we go. I'll stand the digger now end on, and I'll be able to load it from that side of the tractor. I think it'll be a good plan enough, and then I won't have to jack it up too high to reach over the side of the skip either. Good chance are there. Go back a bit, even better. Lovely. Oh well. Great job. already. It's actually mad how much you'll fit in it. There's a huge pile of stuff there, and it's gone into it, and still like flattening down, no problem there. See? It's real bulky stuff. Jeez, we're going to kill. What a heap of stuff it is. God help your man or the woman trying to get the stuff out of the skip top. Should be wedged. We are shocked how much we got into that.
Yeah.
Way more than what you think. Once you keep flattening it down, there's no issue at all. And the whole power stuff. So we're pretty much finished, or nearly. I'll tidy this up, flatten it down once more, and then I think we'll get maybe 1 or 2 more grabs and put it over it, and that'll be it then, it'll be full. That's it. She's full up. Quite a lot of rubbish in there now. Be a bit of waiting that your man will know all about it when he's lifting her up. Good job.